What up, guys? It's Mirror Boss, and I'm here to tell you I'm sick of those videos with the people eating. Okay, maybe because they have more views than me, but I don't care because I was like, I have an idea. Why not I just eat on camera? And that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, this bite of crack. What up, guys? I'm just kidding. So, I've been looking at a lot of videos about living in New York, and I thought it would be interesting to tell you my opinion on it, I guess. With me, I've been living in a room, not that bad, but before that, I lived with my aunt, and I shared a room with my cousin. So it went sour because of myself, but when I moved in, that's when I really got introduced to living in a room with a stranger, and it was nice for the most part. The long pause is for a reason, because I really want to say no. But then our lease was over, so I moved. So then I fortunately had an apartment that I shared with my cousin, my other cousin, another cousin that I have, and then that didn't go so well, so now I'm living in our room, and for the most part it's like, it's good. My opinion about living in a room is that you're not going to expect to get what you want. It's about like keeping busy and making sure that you focus on your goals, mainly whether that be going to school, working, or trying to thank you. Whether that be school, going to work, or I don't know, like hanging out with friends or something like that. Keeping busy, because you're only there temporary, right? And the main thing is not to focus on your liver situation as a problematic situation, because you can always move somewhere else. And it's like trying to find the best out of every situation or stay positive. Like for me, I like the convenience of the area that I live in, and I also like that I have my own privacy. Yeah, I share a bathroom, but who doesn't? You get to do it with your family when you live with them, so it's kind of like your parents or your family were your first roommates before anyone. So I think I hope I don't have mayonnaise still on my face, probably a couple crumbs, but for the most part, that's it. As you can see, I got my Metallica shirt on, and I'm listening to Rico Nasty to motivate myself into this video, because my first videos that I posted on YouTube, I was very camera shy, and I'm trying to get more comfortable with the camera and do different ideas. So I hope you like them. For the most part, I love living in the city. I love the fact that there's activities to do. There's never a dull moment. I did see a video which was 100% accurate on even how dramatic it was being, on how ridiculous it is to living in New York. But at the same time, it was like, that's really true. I forgot the name of the video. I would put the link on below, but I can't because I don't remember it. It's just one of those random things that I was looking at. But I didn't have a plan for this video. I just wanted to not vent, but share some ideas with you on living in New York. Because if you're someone who plans to move here, it is going to be financially like something that you have to plan. And then like if you quit your job and then you plan to be like a huge actor, I can't tell you anything because I'm not trying to be an actor, but I can tell you that living somewhere, that goes for anywhere. If you're not working right now, or you quit your job and you want to do this, like move somewhere and become a big star, that's courageous because a lot of people wouldn't do that. And once again, I'm thinking, where is this going? But my point is that it takes a lot of courage to move somewhere. You don't know where you're going, or you don't know anyone, and then you have to start from scratch. So good for you and kudos, because it can be very rough here, but at the most part it's very overrated. Like 42nd Street, I'm so tired of 42nd Street, you don't even know. I don't like the tourists are annoying because they cough and sneeze in your face, and then they don't want to cover their mouth, and I don't want to tell you the petty things about 42nd Street, but everybody, I feel like that's the main place tourists know is like Lower Manhattan, 42nd Street, 34th Street, and that's about it. If you see a lot of tourists, it's gonna be there. That's the I was gonna say the Bohemian Rhapsody for some reason. In my head I was thinking that, but I meant to say Behemoth. This is a good band. But I've also wanted to tell you about like some ideas I had in mind, since I have a lot of cool stories in my head that I remember as a kid or high schooler and such, and I don't know if I want to react them, but I just want to tell them. So in this video, I think I'll tell you about that and then go back to New York. But like, there's like a classmate that I had that is trying to become, well, he's an artist, and I guess I'm putting a promotion out there. Not really, but he's a good artist. Sam Bower. I wish I should have looked his name up, but it's Bowier, I think. Sorry, that was a weird face. But he brought it up. He mentioned about Angel Faith, and Angel Faith is an artist that came out in the early 2000s, probably 90s too, but she came out recently, not recently now, but during the time, like the early 2000s, and my school just so happened to be so lucky when I was in middle school to have her perform. And she did like an anti-drug, like, stay in school, guys. And it was nice. But it was also very random, and I wasn't expecting it. They had the tape, like they taped the windows from our gym door, because our auditorium was our gym. But a good thing it wasn't our cafeteria. We had our own separate cafeteria. But the funny thing is, they made it so dramatic. I thought it was like a fire going to happen inside the auditorium, or what was it? So then when we go inside, they had everybody sit down, and then it was like, oh, are you guys ready? Here's Angel Faith! And she comes out, and she's like very glamorous to us anyway, because we never had anybody, we had jailmates come, and that's not very glamorous. And it was like, oh my God, it's Angel Faith. Who is Angel Faith? And she was like blonde and tall, skinny, pretty girl. And she sung, I don't even remember the songs. I know I can look it up, but I don't feel like it. Just saying. And I feel like until now she was kind of forgettable. But at that time, oh, it was lit. It was so lit. We was like, oh my God. We were like, they threw out posters to the audience for some reason, CDs, which was dangerous because we could have got hit in the face. And they were sending, like, what else did they throw out at us? It was like, forget you guys, take it. Yeah, you want it? Fight for it. That's how, they only threw one. Like, one for the left and the right. It was just like, what? I was like, if you want it so bad, let's see you fight for it. And it was like, no. Because people did fight for it. I remember they threw it towards me and some other classmates, and they were all holding on to the CD. And it was just like, some people started eventually stop holding. I'm gonna admit, I held on to it for like a couple of seconds, and then I was the one that was like convincing people to stop holding on to it. It's like, come on guys, this is ridiculous. What are you doing? But the other ones were just like, no, I want it. I'm gonna hold on to this. It didn't make sense. But it was fun. She was singing songs that I don't remember, and like I said, she was only promoting to stay in school and also her album, but it didn't work out because I don't remember her. But I do remember now. I just remember that day because we didn't have to do school, so it was like, yes. Anytime we gotta skip a day, I'm cool with it. But oh, I got my string. I hate that. This shirt is so good, but string. So I know the other two videos I've done so far, or not even. The videos that I've done have been like not as personal. Like the mental health one, I wanted to do more in detail and write about and talk, but I'm one of those, like, I have to think about it and then I'll write it down and then I'll look at the words and not say it. It was like, it'll be like hoopla, and I want to be one of those types that it could just come to mind and then I can say it without writing it down. So I felt like I should just practice on in front of the camera more often and do that, so it won't be like a hoopla of awkwardness. Yeah. So thanks for watching. Okay. Okay. I do remember a video I made on funny. Okay, I have an old YouTube channel called Funny Little Games, and it's got some good videos, and the views are more than now, but there was one particular video that's special to me because it was when I pranked my dad, and I think that's what I called it. I pranked my dad or something like that. And I did this for a reason. It wasn't just random, like just me being a savage. So the story goes, there's always a story. My dad, well, my family was going out to upper state, tri-state area to go to my sister's triathlon, and we was at a gas station. My dad was washing the car, and with the hose, I think he was just wiping the windows, to be quite honest. But I remember him washing the car, but wiping the windows, whatever. And for some reason, because we had, I don't know if you know what a Windstar, I think Windstar Chrysler van is, but it's one of those minivans, and it had doors that slide open, and my mom was sitting in the front passenger seat, and I was sitting in the back. So we had the doors open, and my dad thought it was funny to just splash us. I think we was rushing him, and he splashed us with the hose, and he was like, "Oh my God, we're gonna get you back." So that night we did. He was asleep. He was the first one to fall asleep, and that was his downfall, because I rushed. I think it was my mom. I think we both gathered the idea, me and my mother, to get a bucket of ice, and I went to get the ice, and we, even on the phone, you can see we're like giggling, and I'm like laughing, and he can't hear this because he has sleep apnea, so it's like nothing to him. And I tell my mother to grab the phone, and I get the bucket of ice, and I just like, boop, and he jerks up. He just jerks up. It's so funny. He's like, he's like, because he's so tired. And you know what? The sad part is he went back to sleep. I was like, what? But it was so funny, and I got that moment thanks to my mom. And it was just like, oh yes, this is gonna get 1 million views. It's gonna go viral. Unfortunately it didn't, but that's my best moment of pranks. That would be the only prank I would do. Prank videos, oh my gosh. Are those even a thing now? I think couple prank videos are still a thing. Yeah. Well, if anything, I told you a story. And thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that. Alright, bye.